Not a fetish for architectural furnitures or hot designer pieces. And I'm living in a street where thousands of people take selfies. A bit obsessed with books. I binge when I like an author. I read all of his books. So this place is quite special for me. It's my boudoir. It's After living 10 years in the Marais, near Place des Vosges, I completely fell in love with this little house in Montmartre, near the Sacré-Cœur. So it's a little village that makes me feel like I'm in the countryside. You have the birds singing in summer, you have the vineyard. The quality of the air is better. But you have to get used to the tourists, because here every weekend during holidays there are hundreds and thousands of them coming to this picturesque setting. And I'm living in a street where thousands of people take selfies, so it's a very Instagrammable place. So I hear tourists all the time, the same anecdotes from tourist guides, but I still love it. It's an enchanting place. Today I invited ParisianVibe for a tour of my little house in Montmartre. It's a pleasure to have you here, and I'll try my best to answer all the questions you have for me. My name is Stéphanie Delpon. I am an art director. I have my own creative agency. I create fashion short movies for luxury brands featuring real girls that I cast myself. I am also a writer. My first book on social media will be released next year in spring, and I'm writing a novel right now. So first of all, I'm not a fetish for architectural furnitures or hot designer pieces. I decorated this house like a country home. I have a round wooden table I love, with chairs I found on a flea market. My furnitures are very simple, but where I add my personal touch is it's by mixing stones, books, flowers, candles. I like to arrange it as a beautiful mess. I don't like to be intimidated by expensive pieces of furniture. And as you can see, I have this little obsession with Virginia Woolf. And yes, I have a couple of artwork on her. This, because she had a coca, like me. So this is my bookshelf. Normally this should be closed, but as I filled up with books, it can't be closed, but I like to be surrounded with books, so that's fine with me. Maybe on my bookshelf right now, something I'm reading, which is very cool, is Love in Translation. I think the title is witty, and the writer is super, super good. So what my bookshelf says about me, I would say first that I'm a bit obsessed with books. I binge when I like an author. I read all of his books. So also I love to have old books, vintage books. I think I like when there is, a smell, a flavor, which I don't find in new books. So I always go to the flea markets and buy hundreds of books. So this place is quite special for me. It's my boudoir. It's the place where I read all of my books. The place is is very literary, because it was made after Les Fables de Lafontan, so you can see on the walls. I have eclectic tastes. I love to read poetry. I don't know, here I have Mallarmé, a poet I love. Another one for me which is very important is Saint-Jean Perse. But I also love philosophy. My favorite philosopher is Henri Bergson, Le Rire. I recommend this book. I buy it to a lot of my friends because I think it's a must read. I have this one. I thought it was really a cool book. Older but better. but older. It was written by the Parisian Caroline de Maigret and Sophie Mas. Yeah, if you haven't read it, I think it's a very entertaining and cool book. So what you'll find in my closet, mainly coats. I love, for instance, this acne one. I like, the total grey look in winter. I think it's quite cool. Yeah, I think large coats like this, they always do the trick, They dress you up and you don't have to do anything, Otherwise, I love to wear shearlings jackets. I think they are super comfy and cool for winter. This one is from Isabelle Marant. I quite like it. Yeah, and we match with Ferdinand like this. So my morning routine, so I start first, I do oil pulling with coconut oil, so it's an Ayurveda technique. Apparently it's very good to remove all the toxins, from your mouth. Then I've done this, the dry brush for a couple of years now. Apparently it's very good for the circulation, so I do this. And just after, I take a cold shower for like 5 to 10 minutes. Also very good energizing, because in the morning I don't drink coffee, so it's my way to really wake up. And I put water on my face, very, very cold. So I use Biologique Recherche product. I think they are super efficient. I use the lait, to the toner, all of it, the serum, also for the hair. They have this very raw formula, so it's something I put, on my hair. I like for the body the Nécessaire cream, which is very cool. Regarding makeup, I wear very light makeup. I don't like to feel really, like going out, I don't like to be covered too much. So I use mainly a Chanel product. Like a shade of red. I don't wear lipstick red at all, because with my tone complexion and my teeth, my dent du bonheur, I look like a vampire very quickly, so I'd rather just, put a bit of mascara and that's it.